For more than a year, Donald Trump has been the people's champion. And tonight, he is the people's nominee.
Ivanka Trump, born Ivana Marie. Trump on October 30, 1981 in Manhattan, New York, is far more than just a famous last name. She is an American businesswoman, former model author, and one-time senior advisor at the White House. As the eldest daughter of former U.S. President Donald Trump and Ivana Trump, her life has always unfolded beneath the spotlight, shifting from the privilege of a wealthy upbringing into a multifaceted career spanning fashion, real estate, and politics. With an estimated personal net worth ranging from $300 to $800 million, and combined with her husband Jared Kushner's fortune of roughly $800 million, Ivanka has built a brand that embodies elegance, ambition, and relentless drive. Her journey is defined by bold ventures, luxurious living, and inevitable controversies, offering a glimpse into the complex reality of modern women striving to balance business, family, and global influence. Before we dive into this captivating story, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell. That way you won't miss any of our exclusive stories about power, wealth, and the hidden truths behind the world's most talked about figures. Her wealth comes from leadership roles at the Trump Organization, her once thriving fashion brand that reportedly generated $100 million annually best-selling books like The Trump Card and Strategic Investments. Her real estate portfolio is equally striking, a $30 million plot of land on Miami's billionaire Bunker Island, Indian Creek, and a $24 million waterfront mansion currently under construction. Among her career highlights, leading the Trump International Hotel in Washington, D.C., serving as an advisor at the White House, and launching women's empowerment initiatives. Married to Jared Kushner, Ivanka is also a devoted mother of three, Arabella, Joseph, and Theodore. She embodies the balancing act between ambition, legacy, and motherhood. But to truly understand her drive, we must look back to her childhood and the family roots that shaped her. Born into the world of Trump luxury, Ivanka grew up on Manhattan's Upper East Side, surrounded by wealth and the business empire of her parents. Donald Trump was already a real estate titan, while her mother, Ivana, originally from Czechoslovakia, was a glamorous model-turned-businesswoman. Their high-profile divorce in 1992, when Ivanka was just 10, exposed her early to the realities of fame, family turbulence, and reinvention. She studied at the elite Chapin School and later Choate Rosemary Hall boarding school before transferring from Georgetown University to the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania, graduating in 2004 with a degree in economics. As a teenager, Ivanka worked as a model for brands like Tommy Hilfiger and Versace, appearing on magazine covers such as 17 Experiences that polished her public image and offered her first taste of independence. Raised in a multicultural environment, Ivanka became fluent in French and conversational Czech. Despite her privileged upbringing, her parents taught her discipline. She once recalled paying her own phone bills as a teenager. These lessons, along with elite education and tireless work ethic, laid the foundation for her ambitious journey. The question that remains, how did Ivanka transform these early influences into a breakthrough career? Ivanka Trump first captured public attention in the late 1990s as a fashion model, but her true breakthrough came in the early 2000s when she stepped into the world of business as executive vice president of the Trump Organization. From high-profile projects like Trump Soho in New York to the iconic Trump International Hotel in Washington, D.C., she quickly proved her sharp instincts in real estate and her ability to command authority in an arena long dominated by men. In 2007, she launched the Ivanka Trump Fine Jewelry line, followed by an even more ambitious fashion brand in 2011 that catered to professional women selling apparel, handbags, and accessories through major retailers such as Macy's and Nordstrom. Her 2009 book, The Trump Card: Playing to Win in Work and Life, became a bestseller, securing her a $2 million advance and royalties, according to Forbes. Alongside business, her fame soared when she appeared as a judge on The Apprentice. Yet her most defining role came between 2017 and 2021, when she served as senior advisor to her father in the White House, an appointment that elevated her from business celebrity to a figure of global political influence. Her career achievements span real estate, fashion publishing, and politics. She spearheaded the $200 million transformation of Washington, D.C.'s historic old post office into a luxury Trump hotel and oversaw the redevelopment of the Doral Resort in Miami, which generated $2 million annually, according to Forbes. At its peak, her fashion brand produced revenues of $100 million a year, earning her 7% in royalties, about $10 million annually before taxes. Forbes also reported that her 2013 licensing deal with G3 Apparel Group alone brought in $16 million over 5 years. As senior advisor at the White House, Ivanka focused on women's empowerment, workforce development, and childcare policy, launching the Women's Global Development and Prosperity Initiative. Her 2 books, The Trump Card and Women Who Work 2017, solidified her as an author, the latter securing a $289,000 advance. Even after shutting down her fashion label in 2018, she continued to invest strategically in real estate and technology startups, maintaining her relevance as both a businesswoman and political figure. Beyond business and politics, Ivanka's personal life has drawn equal fascination. In 2009, she married Jared Kushner, real estate developer, and heir to Kushner Companies at the Trump National Golf Club in New Jersey after first meeting him in 2005. The couple has 3 children, Arabella, Joseph, and Theodore. Raised Presbyterian, Ivanka converted to Orthodox Judaism before her marriage, balancing a modern lifestyle with deep respect for tradition. Her past relationships included banker Greg Hirsch and James Gubelman, but it was her parents' highly publicized divorce in 1992 that instilled in her resilience, teaching her how to navigate public scrutiny from an early age. Today, Ivanka stands as a woman who bridges many worlds: the glamour of fashion, the intensity of politics, the weight of family legacy, and the quiet strength of private devotion. Ivanka Trump's family life in Miami, where she settled in 2020, has been defined by 2 things: her devotion to raising her children and her deep, enduring bond with her siblings, Donald Jr., Eric, Tiffany, and the youngest, Barron. On social media, with millions of followers on Instagram and X, she often shares intimate family moments and glimpses of her philanthropic work, cultivating an image that feels surprisingly warm and accessible despite her status. Yet behind this aura of elegance and closeness lies the inevitable question: how has her success translated into real wealth, assets, and net worth? Estimates of Ivanka's fortune range widely from $30 million to as high as $800 million. Together with Jared Kushner, the couple's combined wealth has placed them firmly among America's modern elite. Her financial journey is layered and diverse. From her years with the Trump Organization, Ivanka reportedly earned $35 million in salary and bonuses. She also held a 7.5% stake in the Trump International Hotel in Washington, D.C., which alone brought her returns of between $3.9 and $13 million. Her fashion empire, once at its peak, generated between $75 and $100 million in annual revenue, with royalty fees of 7% adding another $10 million to her yearly income. A licensing contract with G3 Apparel from 2013 to 2018 gave her $16 million more, while her books Trump Card and Women Who Work added roughly $2.3 million combined. Beyond that, her portfolio stretched into real estate tech startups and a $5 million trust fund, reinforcing her image as both a savvy entrepreneur and a cautious investor. In 2022, following the passing of her mother, Ivana Trump, Ivanka inherited a share of her $100 million estate, further cementing her financial independence. Even her unpaid role at the White House, while symbolic, expanded her influence and opened doors to future opportunities. Jared Kushner's contributions to their fortune are equally staggering. His own estimated net worth of $325 million, coupled with a shared real estate portfolio worth around $740 million, means that together their financial empire is both vast and resilient. For Ivanka, this wealth is not just about numbers, it translates into a lifestyle that reflects taste, exclusivity, and sophistication. Since moving to Miami, her social calendar has often been intertwined with the city's elite. She dines at world-class restaurants like Carbone Miami Grace's, exclusive events, such as the opening of the Fontainebleau Hotel in Las Vegas, and does so with her signature refinement-wearing gowns worth thousands of dollars, including a $5,000 Monique Lhuillier dress that turned heads. Through her choices, Ivanka continues to embody the intersection of family devotion, entrepreneurial ambition, and a life steeped in luxury. Her family vacations are more than just leisure. They are statements of a lifestyle reserved for the global elite. Sun-drenched tropical escapes at the Four Seasons Resort in Hawaii, where rooms can cost from $1,000 to $200 per night, showcase not only the financial ease but also the effortless luxury that defines her world. In the winter, the picture shifts to Aspen, where private jet flights deliver the family to ski slopes lined with celebrities, CEOs, and billionaires. These trips, meticulously documented by the media and financial outlets like Yahoo Finance, underline the extraordinary gap between Ivanka's reality and that of most Americans. They are not simply holidays, but reminders that the Trump-Kushner family lives on a plane few can ever reach. So just how wealthy is Ivanka Trump? Her daily rituals reveal as much about her privilege as they do about her discipline. Each morning begins not with chaos, but with quiet lemon water, a bowl of fresh mixed berries, then a run or yoga session that seamlessly fits into her schedule. Health and beauty in her world are not struggles, but natural extensions of a life cushioned by immense wealth. While for many self-care is a luxury of time and resources, for Ivanka, it is as routine as breathing. Her carefully crafted mornings reflect more than wellness. They are symbols of how money shapes not only comfort, but also the rhythm of life itself. In Ivanka's orbit, even simplicity feels extravagant because it exists in the shadow of vast fortune. Her social media showcases this carefully curated glamour, from the billionaire bunkers of Miami to glittering destinations around the globe, blending moments of pure opulence with intimate snapshots of family life. And where does she call home amid all this luxury? The answer lies in her vast real estate empire. Together with Jared Kushner, Ivanka controls a property portfolio worth hundreds of millions of dollars, each address telling its own story of ambition and status. The crown jewel in Ivanka and Jared's growing empire came in 2020, a breathtaking $30 million, 188-acre waterfront estate on Miami's ultra-exclusive Indian Creek Island, a sanctuary so private and fortified that it has earned the nickname Billionaire Bunker. This was not just any neighborhood. This was a place where the world's most powerful and most secretive chose to retreat. Among their neighbors were none other than music royalty Beyoncé and Jay-Z, a reminder that Indian Creek was not a community, it was an inner circle. The purchase immediately sent ripples through the press, cementing the couple's shift from New York socialites to Florida's elite power players. But their ambition didn't stop there. Just 1 year later, in 2021, they doubled down with another astonishing acquisition, a $24 million fixer-upper mansion in Miami, a property still undergoing extensive renovations, but already recognized by Yahoo Finance as their primary residence. To most people, the idea of a $24 million renovation project might sound surreal, but for Ivanka and Jared, it was a canvas on which to paint the next chapter of their dynasty. The timing of these purchases strategically after their White House years showed careful planning, positioning themselves not just in wealth, but in influence, lifestyle, and legacy. Each acquisition Ivanka and Jared made was never just about securing walls and a roof. These were not ordinary real estate deals sealed with contracts and signatures. They were bold declarations, carefully chosen symbols of power and permanence. Every mansion, every waterfront lot was a way of telling the world we have arrived not merely as political figures, but as members of a global elite whose lives are measured not by votes or polls, but by the rarest forms of privilege. By stepping away from Washington's spotlight and into the golden enclaves of Indian Creek and Miami Beach, they reinvented themselves. These homes were not mere shelters. They were monuments, emblems that announced Ivanka and Jared now belonged to an echelon so rarefied that geography bends to their whims, architecture bows to their desires, and luxury itself becomes a language they speak fluently. Their lifestyle stretches even further, pushing the boundaries of wealth into new frontiers. In 2021, Ivanka and Jared rented a lavish Arte Surfside condo in Miami, a glass palace by the sea, at an extraordinary $45,000 per month. This wasn't just an apartment, it came complete with a rooftop lounge crafted for the world's wealthiest clientele, a private perch above the city where the ocean horizon met the glow of privilege. In New York, Ivanka once leased a Trump Park Avenue penthouse for $10,000 a month, only to later upgrade to a larger unit at the same cost, a quiet demonstration of power that only someone with endless financial flexibility could make, as Forbes revealed. And most recently, whispers have swirled across X, linking Ivanka to a jaw-dropping $1 billion investment in a luxury resort on a secluded Albanian island, a move that, if true, places her not just among the wealthy, but among the true architects of global luxury. For now, the details remain cloaked in secrecy, leaving the world to wonder just how far Ivanka's reach extends. These assets mirror Ivanka's strategic real estate investments, deeply aligned with the Trump family's legacy. Yet beyond properties, what truly carries her through a life of luxury, her cars. Ivanka Trump's automobile collection, valued at around $300,000, blends practicality with timeless elegance. At its heart lies a rare treasure, a 1950s Mercedes 220 SE Ponton, worth $200,000, a vintage masterpiece symbolizing her affection for enduring design. Surrounding it are vehicles chosen for family life and urban convenience. A Dodge Ram pickup priced between $34,000 and $60,000, a GMC Yukon ranging from $54,000 to $79,000, perfect for Miami's modern landscape, and a Chevrolet Suburban valued at $51,000 to $75,000, a reliable choice for her family of five. Together, these vehicles reflect Ivanka's ability to balance grace with functionality, often spotted with Jared on casual dates or while driving their children to school. But beyond the road, how does Ivanka define her fashion, her style, her very aura as an icon? Her wardrobe speaks in the language of refinement. She gravitates toward designers such as Carolina Herrera, Oscar de la Renta, and Monique Lhuillier. At the London State Banquet, her gown shimmered with 11,600 pearl beads, a showpiece of splendor. Yet not every choice escaped criticism. Her $5,000 Herrera gown in 2018 drew mockery for resembling a foil blanket. In contrast, her 2016 Harper's Bazaar feature exuded prestige with outfits totaling $28,000, including a $6,990 Herrera dress and an $8,750 Cartier watch. Once the Ivanka Trump brand itself embodied her vision, affordable luxury designed for professional women, a venture that earned between $75 million and $100 million annually before its closure. Her style, like her journey, remains a statement of ambition wrapped in elegance. Her Instagram is a gallery of perfectly tailored suits, dazzling evening gowns, and jewelry. She designed herself symbols of a woman who has mastered the art of turning her personal style into a statement of power. Even amid relentless political backlash, Ivanka Trump holds fast to her throne as a modern style icon. But what fills her private hours beyond the spotlight? According to the New York Times, Ivanka finds her balance in yoga, skiing, and traveling with her family passions that soften the edges of her public persona. She frequents luxurious destinations like Hawaii, the Caribbean, and Europe, often staying in world-renowned resorts such as the Four Seasons. Ski trips to Aspen and cultural explorations in New York embody her love for both elegance and adventure, while glittering galas in Miami's art scene showcase her deep immersion in high society. On social media, she paints a world of family retreats and art collecting investments worth millions, quietly reinforcing her status among America's wealthiest heirs. Yet beneath the glamour lies another dimension: philanthropy and enterprise. Ivanka co-founded Girl Up with the United Nations Foundation in 2010, championing young women worldwide while also supporting lifeline programs for children battling cancer. During her tenure at the White House, she spearheaded the Women's Global Development and Prosperity Initiative, a program designed to ignite female entrepreneurship on a global scale. Her business pursuits too mirror this ambition, from her role in the Trump Organization to her now-closed fashion brand that once defined her image to recent forays into real estate and tech startups. In 2025, Finance Monthly noted whispers of $1 billion luxury resort project in Albania alongside Jared Kushner, though such ventures remain cloaked in speculation. Still, each deal, each project adds another layer to her reputation as a businesswoman driven to expand her empire. But ambition is rarely without shadows. Critics accuse her of capitalizing on her family's influence, raising questions that blur the line between privilege and merit. And here lies the paradox of Ivanka Trump, adored for her elegance, praised for her philanthropy, yet forever shadowed by controversies that continue to shape her image in the public eye. Ivanka Trump's public image has always been a paradox admiration intertwined with controversy. To many, she represents elegance, discipline, and the polished face of the Trump dynasty. Yet beneath the carefully curated image lies a story riddled with contradictions and disputes. Her years in the White House serving as senior advisor to her father raised not just eyebrows but alarms about possible conflicts of interest. Reports and investigations revealed staggering numbers between $82 million to $157 million in outside income during that period, with at least $13 million flowing in from the Trump International Hotel alone, according to fact checks from Newsweek. These revelations painted a picture of blurred lines between public duty and private gain-fueling critics who accused her of leveraging political influence for personal and family enrichment. But Ivanka's challenges did not end with politics. Her once thriving fashion brand, which had found a niche in affordable luxury for working women, soon became the center of intense scrutiny. As her visibility in politics grew, so did the backlash. Major retailers pulled her products from shelves fueled by boycott movements like Grab Your Wallet. Investigations further accused her brand of labor violations in overseas factories, alleging poor working conditions and underpaid laborers, a sharp contrast to the image of empowerment and female entrepreneurship she often projected in her public speeches. By 2018, amid mounting pressure and increasing conflict with her political role, Ivanka announced the closure of her fashion label, a move that symbolized both defeat and strategic retreat. In the eyes of the public, these dual realities unprecedented wealth accumulation, while in public office and the fall of a once popular fashion empire, cemented her reputation as a deeply polarizing figure. Admirers argue she demonstrated resilience and adaptability in navigating industries as unforgiving as business and politics. Critics, however, insist that her success was inseparable from her privilege and proximity to power, raising the question, was she ever judged fairly as an individual, or was she always destined to live in the shadow of her last name? Her finances became another battlefield of perception. While her real net worth, estimated between $300 to $800 million, was built on real estate and strategic investments, critics seized on exaggerated claims. False reports once suggested that she and Jared made $640 million during their White House years, figures debunked by multiple outlets. Yet controversy followed her every step, from promoting her dress at the 2017 Republican National Convention to the $36,000 Richard Prince art scandal. Still, with her composed elegance and more than 10 million social media followers, Ivanka positioned herself as an icon of modern empowerment. And yet the question lingers, what legacy will Ivanka Trump truly leave behind? Is it the glow of privilege or the grit of perseverance? Beyond the scandals and the controversies, her story unfolds as a sweeping narrative of ambition, resilience, and reinvention. She is not merely the daughter of a president, nor just a figure of wealth. She is a woman who continuously seeks to redefine her role in a world that constantly shifts around her. From her early years in the Trump Organization, where she proved her capability as more than just a last name, to carving out her own fashion empire that placed her on the global stage, Ivanka has never shied away from challenges. Later at the White House, she championed initiatives on workforce development and women's empowerment, imprinting her mark on policy and culture alike. Her influence has stretched across business, politics, and the fabric of modern culture, bridging the private and the public, the glamorous and the pragmatic. Even when she chose to close her fashion brand, a move that could have been seen as retreat, Ivanka instead pivoted with calculation, turning toward private investments, philanthropy, and a quieter but equally strategic form of influence. It marked not an ending, but the beginning of a new chapter, one less about flashing lights and more about legacy building in the shadows. This evolution speaks to her adaptability, her long-term vision, and her determination to remain relevant no matter the terrain. Today, she resides in the billionaire enclave of Miami, a place where luxury meets seclusion. She balances her role as a devoted mother and wife with her quiet but undeniable pursuit of influence. Whispers of new ventures, such as a rumored resort development in Albania, remind the world that Ivanka Trump is not stepping away. She is merely changing the arena. For some, her legacy will always be viewed through the lens of privilege, the scandals, and the controversies that surrounded her family. Yet for others, her journey from teenage model to business executive to political figure proves she is more than her last name. She is a trailblazer, a survivor, a woman who knows how to adapt and thrive in ways few could imagine. In the end, whether one views her as a symbol of controversy or of quiet power, Ivanka Trump remains a name that commands attention. Her strength lies not only in what she has built, but in how she continues to evolve chapter after chapter. And perhaps her greatest legacy will not be a single achievement, but the restless determination to reinvent herself to shape culture from both the spotlight and the shadows, and to remain a figure impossible to ignore in the story of modern America. Ivanka Trump's story is not a simple narrative of wealth and privilege. It is a layered journey where fortune meets determination, and where opportunities inherited from her family collided with her own hunger to create an identity beyond the Trump name. Her life stands as both a symbol and a contradiction, the daughter of a billionaire who still sought to prove her worth in boardrooms, fashion houses, and even the halls of political power. This blend of privilege and relentless hard work gives her story a timeless quality, one that reflects not just the rise of a woman, but the complexities of ambition in the modern age. Her legacy is destined to endure because it embodies the struggles of navigating power while constantly being under the scrutiny of the world. From the glittering spotlight of Trump Tower to the tense, polarized stage of the White House, Ivanka has been both praised as a model of female empowerment and criticized as a figure of controversy. Yet through every storm, she reinvented herself, whether closing her fashion brand in the face of boycotts, shifting into private investments and philanthropy, or building a quieter but still commanding presence from her billionaire enclave in Miami. Hers is the story of adaptation, resilience, and the undeniable magnetism of influence in the 21st century. Don't miss out on the next chapter of this incredible journey. Hit that subscribe button to American Adventure today and join us as we uncover more untold stories, powerful legacies, and inspiring moments from the world's most fascinating families.